In the bustling heart of New York City, where skyscrapers pierce the cloudy sky like ambitious dreams reaching for the stars, lived a young woman named Eliza Thompson. At 28 years old, Eliza was a vibrant soul trapped in a body that society deemed unworthy. Weighing over 300 pounds, she had curves that society called flaws, roles that magazines airbrushed away, and a smile that could light up the darkest room, though few ever bothered to notice it beneath the layers of judgment. Eliza worked as a graphic designer in a small firm, her days filled with pixels and palettes, creating beauty for others while feeling invisible in her own skin. She had always been the funny friend, the one who cracked jokes to deflect the stares, the girl who baked cookies for her coworkers to win their affection. But deep down, she yearned for something more, a connection, a love that saw beyond the surface. Blind dates had become her reluctant ritual, set up by well-meaning friends who swore this one will be different. But they never were. Each time, she'd primp and polish, squeezing into dresses that hugged her figure a little too tightly, spritzing perfume that smelled like hope, only to face the same polite smiles that faded into excuses. "You're great, but..." The but always hung there like a guillotine. Tonight was no different, or so she thought. The restaurant was called La Belle Vie, a fancy French spot with white tablecloths and crystal glasses that tinkled like fragile dreams. Eliza arrived early, her heart a drumbeat in her chest, wearing a deep blue dress that made her feel like a midnight sky, vaster and mysterious. She sipped water nervously, fiddling with her napkin, rehearsing small talk in her mind. "Hi, I'm Eliza. I love art and long walks." "Well, short walks, really," she chuckled to herself, trying to summon confidence from the ether. Her date, Marcus, was a software engineer her friend Sarah had raved about. Tall, handsome, ambitious. "He's perfect for you," Sarah had said, but Eliza knew better than to get her hopes up. When Marcus walked in, he was everything the photos promised: a sharp jawline, tailored suit, a smile that could sell toothpaste. He spotted her, waved, and approached the table. "Eliza?" "Hi, I'm Marcus." His handshake was firm, his eyes scanning her quickly, and in that flicker, she saw the hesitation, the mental recalculation. They ordered appetizers, escargot for him, a salad for her, though she craved the creamy pasta. Conversation flowed at first to work, hobbies, favorite movies. Marcus talked about his gym routine, his marathons, his love for hiking mountains. Eliza nodded, sharing her passion for painting landscapes she'd never climbed. But as the mains arrived, a steak for him, grilled fish for her, the air thickened. Marcus leaned back, his fork pausing midair. "Look, Eliza, you're really nice and funny, but I have to be honest. I was expecting someone different. My type is more athletic, fit. I mean, no offense, but you're, well, too fat for me. I think we should just be friends." The words landed like a punch to the gut, sucking the air from her lungs. Eliza's face burned, her eyes stinging with unshed tears. The restaurant seemed to spin, the murmurs of other diners amplifying her humiliation. She wanted to scream, to throw her napkin and storm out, but instead, she forced a smile, the one she'd perfected over years of rejections. "Oh, okay, no problem. Thanks for being honest." Marcus paid the bill awkwardly, mumbling about work calls, and left her there, alone with her half-eaten fish and shattered pride. Tears welled up as she stared at her plate, feeling the weight of every stare in the room. Or was it just her imagination? But unbeknownst to her, at the next table sat Alexander Hale, the CEO of Hale Enterprises, a tech giant worth billions. Alex was 35, sharply dressed in a custom suit, his dark hair tousled just so, his presence commanding without effort. He was dining alone, reviewing reports on his tablet, but he'd overheard everything. His own life had been a series of boardrooms and mergers. Love a distant memory after a failed marriage to a model who valued his wallet more than his heart. He'd built his empire from nothing, an orphan who clawed his way up, valuing substance over superficiality. Marcus's words ignited something in him, a rage against shallowness, a empathy born from his own insecurities in youth, when he was the skinny kid with glasses, overlooked her and mocked. As Eliza gathered her things to leave, fighting back sobs, Alex stood up, his chair scrapping softly. He approached her table, his voice calm but firm. "Excuse me, miss, I couldn't help but overhear that. Gentlemen, may I join you for a moment?" Eliza looked up, startled, her eyes red-rimmed. Who was this stranger? Handsome, confident, exuding an aura of power. She nodded numbly, and he sat down, signaling the waiter for 2 glasses of wine. "I'm Alex." "And that guy?" "He's an idiot." Beauty isn't about size, it's about the light in your eyes, the way you carry yourself. You're stunning, and he doesn't deserve a second of your time. His words were sincere, his gaze unwavering, piercing through her defenses. Eliza blinked, unsure if this was a dream or a cruel joke. You think so?" "But he said nonsense," Alex interrupted gently. "Let me tell you a story. I was once rejected for being too nerdy, too focused on code instead of parties. Now, I run a company that shapes the future. Rejection doesn't define us, it's what we do next that matters." They talked for hours, the restaurant emptying around them. Alex shared his rise from poverty, the loneliness of success, his search for genuine connection. Eliza opened up about her struggles with weight, the diets that failed, the self-doubt that lingered. For the first time, she felt seen, not judged. Laughter mingled with tears, stories flowing like the wine. As the night deepened, Alex asked for her number, promising a real down, no blinds, no expectations. "Give me a chance to show you what real appreciation looks like." Eliza left the restaurant floating, her heart mended by unexpected kindness. Days turned to weeks, dates to a whirlwind romance. Alex introduced her to his world, the galas where she shone in custom gowns, board meetings where her design skills impressed his team. He encouraged her health journey not for looks, but for her happiness, joining her in walks and cooking classes. Eliza blossomed, losing weight gradually, but more importantly, gaining confidence. Their love was a testament to looking beyond the exterior, a story that inspired friends and family. But fate had more twists. One evening, at a company event, Marcus appeared, now an applicant for a job at Hale Enterprises. He recognized Eliza, transformed not just physically but radiantly happy, on Alex's arm. "Eliza? Wow, you look different." She smiled graciously. "Thanks, Marcus. Life has a way of surprising us." Alex, overhearing, pulled her close. "Indeed it does." Marcus didn't get the job, but that was secondary. Eliza and Alex's bond grew, leading to a proposal under the stars, a wedding where vows promised to see each other's souls. Years later, with a family of their own, Eliza reflected on that fateful night. Rejection had been the catalyst for something extraordinary. And as she tucked her children in, telling them bedtime stories of perseverance, she knew true love wasn't about perfection, it was about connection. The end. But wait, before you go, if this story touched your heart and reminded you that everyone deserves a second chance, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more emotional journeys that uplift and inspire you. Don't miss out.